Are you ready?
I guess so.
Today we're talking to
Miss Melina
at
Osborne High School. I'm not wearing anything that says Osborne. When you asked me this question, I think I wrote down that I'm a very emotional person. So when it comes to questions that are deep or have me really digging deep into my thoughts, it can become overwhelming. And so I kind of get lost in my thoughts because I have a lot of rushing thoughts. So writing them down helps me organize them. Just recently, I had to have a difficult conversation with my husband. And when I tried talking to him, I got emotional and then I didn't finish every single point that I wanted to talk about. Do you want me to pause because there's noise? I had to have a difficult conversation and I got too emotional to even get all of my points across. So I took a step back and I wrote down everything that I wanted to say and I laid it out. And I feel like writing really helps me organize my thoughts. And it not only helps me communicate, but kind of understand my own feelings because I'm like, oh, this is why I feel this way. And then I can go back and reflect on what I wrote on and then see if my feelings have changed or if I was able to process them thoroughly or not.
That's good. I like that.
You
answer.
approve?
I do approve. I approve that answer.
So right now I'm in grad school, so we're both in school. So I'm doing a lot of writing. It does help me organize my thoughts, especially when I'm looking at a grad school prompt or when you're writing a college essay and whatnot. It can be overwhelming to look at the prompt. So it doesn't even have to be formal writing. It can be a lot of brainstorming on paper and that helps you organize your thoughts. And then from there, you can kind of take what you need and you put it on paper and then you really have time to delve into what you're saying instead of trying to get stuck on the structure of things. You can really focus on what am I trying to get across here? What am I trying to say? What is my purpose? Do you approve of that answer?
Yes, the answer is very good.
Yes, I think the first time you interviewed me, I told you that I journaled a lot. When I was younger, I journaled. But I was so focused on being a perfectionist that I would write my thoughts and feelings down and then I would read it over and I wouldn't like what it said. So I would rip it out, even though no one was actually gonna read my journal, it was just gonna be me. So I think I had to learn that the writing process is not perfect. And that's something that you guys need to learn as students as well, is that writing is just writing, right? Yes, in college you are gonna get judged for it, but the only way you get better at writing is by actually doing it. And it does not have to be perfect each time. Sometimes it's just stream of consciousness writing and you just need to get your thoughts and feelings out. So my best piece of advice, I guess, would be to write. Just write something down. And don't judge yourself too harshly when it comes to writing.
Okay, I like that answer too.
Yes. You can't just go on Facebook and go on a rant, right? You can't do that because sometimes you act upon your rage or your anger at the moment and sometimes you'll look back at that and be like, ooh, probably should not have done that. So instead you can write it down and again, it helps you process your thoughts and feelings. So if you see something that's making you angry or upset, instead of putting it out into the world for everyone to see and spreading negativity, you can write it down and take a step back and then come back to it 2 days, 3 days afterwards and see if you still feel the same way. Maybe when you're more calmed down, when you're not as angry, you'll look at things differently. And if you do want, we're recording. And if you do want to change your feelings, or if you still feel the same way, I would sit down and just kind of work through your emotions because you have a right to say something. You always have a right to say something. It's just how you portray yourself and how you put things out there. So writing can help you work through those and make sure that you're still presenting yourself in a positive and professional way.
Okay.
I feel like we should have our own talk show.
We should.
We really should. See, Ms. Gelson's approves, yeah.
Ms. Gelson, we should have a podcast.
Should we have a podcast? Oh my gosh, that would be... Yes, we should do a podcast.
I think so too.
You're gonna have to do a lot.